Shalom. I take the privilege and opportunity to just come and talk to you about the importance of altar, but especially family altars to the benefits of the children. I have, the time I've been born again, I've been privileged, and especially now that I'm a father, to be able to initiate and start a family altar in my family. But one of the things I've come to understand, I know most of us probably may be asking, what is an altar? An altar is the time, space, and a place where you choose to meet God from. You probably also be asking, why a place and a time when God is all-knowing and everywhere? But the Bible says in Genesis, and God was coming to meet Adam in the cool of the day. That means that there was a place that had stationed together to always meet. Altars are important. Altars define destinies of families and also children. So when we're talking about altar, we are talking about we are dealing with life, we are dealing with destinies, we are dealing with the future. So we must understand that it's important as families for us to be able to inculcate a culture of altars to the children. Why are altars important to the children? The Bible says, teach a child in the way he should go, that when he grows up, he will not depart from it. One of the things that and the benefits that altars or family altars do to the children is that, number one, they define the God of the family. Most families have gods. We grew up seeing our family members, our relatives, practicing witchcraft and all those things. And we grew up knowing that those are our gods. So we are in a dispensation when children in our families must understand who our God is. So altars help us to know, or to let the children know, who our God is. Like Jesus said, but I and my house, we shall serve the Lord. So we must come to a place where we make altars as a place for children to know that we have a God up there, not in a God that we other people serve, but our God as a family. Number two, altars help us to teach our children to worship God. It's a place of teaching children to worship God. If children are going to learn to worship, it's not only in church. You see, if you do not have a family altar and you wait for your children to see worship or to learn worship in church, then they will know that the God is in church, is not in their home. So family altars inculcate that understanding that children know that God is in this place and we must worship Him. Sometimes our children misbehave in our homes and they behave well in church because of that understanding. They think God is in church and is not in home. So when we put up family altars, children will understand that even in their home, there is a God and they must worship Him in their actions, in their attitudes, in their words. The other bit that we teach children through altars is that children learn from the place of altar a point of sacrifice. Let me tell you, it takes discipline for you to maintain an altar in the home. And therefore, one of the most important bit about family altar, that children are able to choose a priority beyond the pleasure. They're able to say, now it's time for altar. No matter what I'm doing, whether TV is on, I switch it off and I make sure that it's time for God. Teaching them a principle, God first. So altars are important. I said, number one, they teach our children who our God is. Number two, they teach our children to worship God. Number three, they also make children to choose the best priority, God above everything else. And as I wind up, listen to me. Children, remember, learn from what you do. When we have family altars, our children will learn from us how we worship. And this must be inclusive of the father and mother. That's in case the family is complete. But if it's not, the parent of that home must lead by example. What you do in the place of worship is what the children will learn from. What you do in the place of altar is what the children are going to do. And that's why it's important for us as parents, wherever you are, please, let's get back to the place of altar. From the place of altar, we are able to counter-attack or counter whatever the world is teaching people out there. The world is crazy, and you can only answer tough questions of our children from the place of altar. May the Lord bless you as you strengthen or as you establish the family altar. Love you all.